Grab a drink and buckle your seatbelts because today we're diving into The Hunting Wives, Netflix's latest soapy thriller that's got the kind of drama you need in your life.
Think Desperate Housewives meets Big Little Lies, but with Southern charm, murder, and a dash of lesbian intrigue. Can a show this sleazy, charismatic, and twisty actually hook us for the long haul? Spoiler alert, it just might. Let's get into the mess of The Hunting Wives.
For anyone who hasn't heard of it, The Hunting Wives follows Sophie O'Neill, a former PR exec who moves from Boston to a small town Texas with her husband. She quickly gets swept into the seductive world of local elites, led by Margot Banks, the wife of her husband's boss. Between literal hunting, high society drama, and dangerous obsessions, the women spiral into a murder investigation that threatens to expose everything. So, first up, Cassie, I want to know, what do you think? Is this one worth a watch?
No. You?
Tell me how you really feel.
No. What about you? What do you think?
Yes, it's worth a watch. Yes, it is binge worthy. It's packed with murder, sex, gun toting socialites, messy twists. It's the definition of a guilty pleasure thriller. And everyone I know is talking about this show for better or worse. That says something. And I don't think people want to have FOMO. I think it's worth a watch.
I will say I wasn't expecting how political it actually gets. Like that first party at Jed and Margot's house felt like literally an NRA convention. AR-15s right as you walk in. And my God, Callie. There's so many things I can say about Callie. First, let's talk about how thirsty she is for Margot. The way she manipulated her husband into looking south of the border. I like, if my eyes could have rolled out of my head, they would have. And I honestly feel like their marriage was very lavender, if you catch my drift.
Are you saying that because of the whole pegging scene?
I,
What gave it away? I think it's just for fun. So we should say Callie's husband is the chief of police. He's in charge of solving this murder investigation that's happened. We have a teenager who's been killed in the woods.
yes.
And you're right, they are trying to use immigrants as their scapegoats for a
Yeah.
lot of things. I also was taken aback when I first started, and that's kind of put up in your face. I went into the show blind. I didn't know what it was about. I asked you to go in blind too. So it
Yeah.
definitely was like, we didn't know where this was going to take us. It is based off a book, and apparently it's like very different from the book.
Now I got to read it.
I know. I think honestly, if they had stuck with the book more, I think it would have been better. I'm digressing for a minute, but I just want to tell you one. Turns out in the book, Sophie is already obsessed with Margot before she even gets to Texas. So she's actually stalking
What?
her and obsessed with her in the book
Oh,
before and
yeah.
seeks her out.
I like this one
I
better
like that
already.
better.
Yeah.
Also, Margot ends up dying in the book.
What?
Yes. And the third thing is Abby, who's the one that gets killed in the woods, the teenager, is not killed by the person in the show. She's killed by someone else in the book.
So there's more than one murder.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Interesting. So I was
Why didn't they stay with the
I know,
story?
I know. So, you guys, maybe if you're interested, read the book first, then watch the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're digressing. Back to what you were saying. I get that it's like political, but I think Sophie's character brings a balanced perspective. And for me, the real draw here is the chemistry between Malin Akerman's Margot and Brittany Snow's Sophie. I thought the two of them together were seductive, they were magnetic. I think they held your attention on screen. It's soapy. I mean, it's cheesy, but they had something there. You couldn't look away. And I liked their kind of female fatale duo.
It's definitely cheesy. I'll give that to you for sure. The show does do a good job of keeping you guessing as to who did it. Even with the flaws, I binged it because I needed to know if my theory was correct in the end about who I thought the real villain was of this whole story.
And was it?
It was. And
I knew the answer to that, As soon as they lingered on a certain pair of cowboy boots, that's when it was a giveaway for me as to who had been the villain.
Yeah. Let's talk about the acting. For me, it was rough, flat, unbelievable. Literally everyone in this show needs therapy. Abby and Brad's subplot, like a bad after school special, cheesy, like you said, to the T, to the max. And Brittany Snow, she never really sold me as Sophie. Every scene with Margot, I just feel like she looked like a little child, and I just felt like it was just cast wrong.
I will admit the show lacks depth, but I knew that going in. I mean, the Hunting Wives. I already knew this was going to be fluffy. And you're right, Sophie's forgettable in a way, and the acting it's not the selling point of the show. Although I still feel like Malin, who plays Margot, did a great job. Like, I really liked her, as I thought that casting was spot on for that character. So I am sticking to my guns on that one. And I think if you like this, or you're also feeling like Cassie, like this just was a little underwhelming, it didn't quite
Yes.
hit the mark, I would suggest, if you haven't watched Why Women Kill.
Yeah, that
Now
is
that
as,
is,
yeah.
thank you, feel me.
I feel
That
you. We don't even have to finish the words because
don't
we
even have to
already
go.
know.
We're in sync. Watch that
Yes.
regardless.
Again, here we go with these wigs. Malin's wig, that first one, I don't understand how we can have productions in 2025 not buy wigs off of Temu, Shein. Let's get a realistic wig. I
I
just don't
know.
understand. That second one that she had was a little bit better, but it just still, I still can't get over that first wig though, because that hairline was horrible.
Horrible. Who greenlit that? Why even put her in a wig? No one else was in a wig in
Yes.
the show. I always
Yes.
am so interested when production, design, they decide to put one person in a wig and leave everyone else with their natural hair. And then
Hmm.
they don't invest the money in a good wig.
Yep.
It's distracting.
That's all I looked at, honestly, was her wig. And I just wanted to see if there would be any kind of movement. Was
Yeah,
it just gonna fall off, fall forward? But nothing
nothing. It didn't move.
did move. And Graham, Sophie's husband, there's something about his face that bugged me the entire series. I told Donnie, I looked over at him and I was like, he literally looks like Dobby. He didn't see it, but regardless, I wanted him to just say, Dobby needs a sock. I thought he was a weak character. He treated
Yeah.
Sophie like a child, kicked her out when things got bad and looked really bad, and just no backbone.
Yeah. We have to give him a little bit of credit. I mean, when they moved to Texas, they're coming off of Sophie being a recovering alcoholic who had just gotten in a car accident and killed someone.
This is true.
So he's trying to build the trust with her. I
This is true.
understand that.
This
I
is true.
think he's just like, he was annoying.
He
Like, you're
was
right.
annoying.
Like, just
Yeah.
his face was annoying. Like, you just didn't even want him on screen.
You know what's
Like,
so funny? I sorry to interrupt your thought.
no.
I just thought it was so funny that I found out who he's married to.
Who's he married to?
That chick from Girls, the one where her name starts with the Z in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shoshana. Zoya or something?
Yeah. They're
He's married to her?
yes, they're together.
Actually, it kinda adds up. It adds up, actually.
It fits.
I kinda think they fit.
I don't know why it works, but it works.
It works. Circling back, let's talk about the amount of sex in this show. I mean, hot or not.
Skinemax, softcore porn of my youth. Literally,
Totally.
this is what
Oh
it
my god.
reminded me of.
You literally nailed it. Now I know why I felt so nostalgic watching
I
it.
was about to say, why did I like those scenes?
Why did
Ah,
I
because the
Well,
memories.
I know why I like those scenes. I will say, like, those scenes, whatever, they were hot. They committed to them.
Hmm.
But what I didn't like was the barely 18-year-old boys scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was creepy. It wasn't sexy. Here we have Margot's like hooking up with her friends, just graduated from high school son. And then she's trying to like bring Sophie in to like hook up with this friend. There's one very explicit scene where they're on the couch together and things are getting super hot.
Mhm.
But it's like, how can it be, can't be so hot when it's like that.
Exactly. And the hypocrisy was absolutely wild. Church-going, God-fearing wives in public, then drugs, affairs, guns, and literally no one is batting an eye. Only Star and Abby seem to see through it.
Yeah. I mean, but also that feels like pretty on brand for people who are religious. Just my opinion. Pastor Dan, I think that was his name, right? Pastor Dan,
Uh-huh.
who was like he was like the young pastor that was like in the teen club.
God, don't. He was. Ugh.
First of all, he was not in the book. They put him
Really?
in for the show, which I thought was an interesting call.
Yeah, I
I
wonder
guess
why.
they must have needed like another subplot to kind of carry some like disturbing storyline along the side.
It worked though.
Oh, he
Pretty
was super
disturbing.
creepy,
Yeah,
really disturbing.
yeah.
What did you think of our cliffhanger? Another murder. Does it make you want to watch season 2 if there is one?
Honestly, no, I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm closing the chapter. I'm moving forward.
Guess what? When it comes out, I'm going to make you watch season 2 for the podcast.
I'm gonna give The Hunting Wives 2 buckets of popcorn. It is easy to binge if you love soap style drama, but the surface level acting, cringy dialogue, and bad wigs definitely drag it down.
And what was your popcorn pairing for this one?
I needed a Texas treat with this one, so I went with Bucky's Beaver Nuggets, sweet, crunchy, and of course, very Texas.
Nice. Well, I'm giving the show 2.5 buckets of popcorn. Now, I know that seems pretty close to what you just gave it, but
Yes.
I think it is still worth a watch. It's shallow, sure, but the mix of scandal, glamour, and murder makes it juicy enough for a weekend binge.
And what was your popcorn pairing?
Since I was sick with the vid, I wasn't really eating too much, but I inhaled like 2 bags of Chick-fil-A ice. I
Is
know you
that
thought I was gonna say
really?
something cool, but that was it.
But I have a question for you. That is a comfort snack for you, is ice, literally
Well
water?
well, yeah. When you're sick, all like that ice is so good. Like, you know the ice, right? It's
I
so
know the
soft and
ice.
crunchy. Like,
Yes.
anyone who knows ice, like, I'm an ice connoisseur. Like, that is the best ice you can get. And I just had August just go buy like 2 huge bags of ice from there, and just, like, in water. So, like, it wasn't fun, I'm sorry, I don't have a better snack this week, but I was literally hanging on by a thread.
That's so funny. Bottom line, Sarah says binge it. I say skip it unless you love campy soap drama.
You guys, next week, we are off for Labor Day.
But join us in 2 weeks when we cover Borderline on Peacock.
That does it for us today. Thanks for watching, and until next time, enjoy the movies, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.